Alright, this should be really fun. Alright, this should be really fun. Alright, this should be really fun.
Starting to get people. What happened?
Alright, we got 10 people. I'm ready to go.
Alright.
Get more fine. If we don't, that's...
As long as the DPS is there, we'll be fine. Of course, only having 10 and not having 15 people, that's still fine because those hit points stay down.
Yep. Well, we got 2 healers, so we're gonna have to be gentle on our healers.
Yeah, we just gotta get everybody in the vent. And there's only 1 melee, 2 melee.
Yep.
Alright, that's gonna be pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good about this.
I think I'm standing behind you, Ribbon.
Alright, so we're on the third boss tonight. That's Hellfire Citadel. It's got 3 people that we have to take down at the same time.
Okay, where's Tony? Mark isn't in vent yet, is he?
Nope. Three people are not in vent.
Oh, great, my add-ons aren't working. I need to reboot or reload. Okay, for some reason my raid warnings. Jax, can you hit the /RW and post something?
Alright,
What, for
so we're
vent?
just waiting for our composition to really get
No,
done.
for like if you were to link something, if you hit a / and you type in RW, it'll post to where it kind of goes in the middle of everybody's screen.
Oh, you're talking about raid one?
Yeah.
Hello.
Alright, yours is working. I'm gonna.
Oh, that wasn't me.
Oh, that's Duke.
No, but it won't let me do it.
And you have assist. Alright, well I exited out. I'm coming back in.
Alright, so
Let's see
there are
what
3
happens.
major buffs that you want to get before you do a raid on the high-end areas. That's your flask, which lasts through all deaths. And I'm going to be using the Greater Dranic Intellect Flask since I'm a mage.
Okay, mine's not for some reason.
That's
Because of
this one
that,
here.
Jax, I'm making
It'll last for an hour.
Master Looter. No, you need to run afterwards. Duke, and I'm
It
making
popped
you
up
Master
here.
Looter.
The next one is an Augment Rune, which this one, it boosts your intellect up by 50 for an hour, but they don't pass through dying, so you need to be a little more careful with them, but they're worth it. That's there. And then the last one is Food, which I actually still have on me, which increases your mastery.
Need a attack power and mastery buff if we got.
Yeah, could we get my please?
Yeah, apparently
Get
don't
what?
like the buff.
Eh,
I should try and minimize like the amount of clutter on
Skull
my
first,
screen
then
as
X.
well.
yeah. Um, Bovian said that he'll come heal on his tomb. Only thing is it's slightly below the gear level that we're looking for. That's basically it.
That's it, hon. If he wants to come, we can add somebody, you know, and work on it.
Yeah, no, that's why I was saying.
So as you get more gear, you get this thing called your item level, which is basically how well equipped you are. Now,
Are we ready to go ahead and just pull this trash until we can get up
item
there?
level doesn't always mean
We
how
need to summon
well off you are, because you can have great gear
the
with bad
healers.
I think
stats.
there's still.
Which I actually had for a while, and only recently have gotten the appropriate gear that was like well enough where it started to support me. So I'm running an arcane mage that specializes in just basically raw magical attacks, and my whole mechanic is making sure that I get arcane missiles, which they'll appear over here on either side of me like brackets when I have them, and it's sustained free damage over time. It's pretty cool, pretty cool. But the idea is to try and get as many of those stacks up constantly, and then it's all about
Let's
mana
start
control.
pulling.
The more mana I have unspent, the more damage I do. So you have to kind of balance it. It's a big juggling act. So I'll show you up with this one, and we'll see how it goes. Alright, see I got 2 procs already. So this is just free damage while my mana's regenerating. That I'm just getting that for free. Now the problem is when I used my first ability, Arcane Blast, which gives me bonus damage, it also increases the damage, excuse me, as well as the mana cost
Let's wait until that guy comes
of
up.
Arcane Blast, so it's a bit annoying, but that's like your bread and butter. I think I'm gonna put on one of my toys. Let's see here. What do I want? I'm gonna be a cat. Alright. Yeah. I'm gonna be a cat. Cat mage. So really, clearing trash is kind of like the boring part of this, but you also get to understand some of the mechanics of the classes that you're with. Hopefully the particles are down low enough where it's not, and I stood in the fire, like an idiot. Hopefully the particle density is low enough where you guys can enjoy this, because I know the quality is probably a little bad. But I'll tweak it as I go. I'm going to be getting the license to XSplit within the next day or so I'll have like clearer HD broadcasts. But thank you guys for bearing with me. I appreciate it.
CC the classes.
Monk's gonna have to
Mal,
paralyze to
square.
try and. There you go. Need a mage to hurry up and get square.
Please, somebody get square over here. Anyone that hasn't seen. Thank you.
Shoot, sorry.
That's
Alright, so this is pretty good so far. So you got a nice mix. Now there's actually there's some things that you can do to increase your casting speed, which helps get out your Arcane Blast and build up your rotation faster. However, there's nothing that you can do or get currently that will allow you to raise the chance that your Arcane Missiles will be produced, which is, again, like that's the thing that you need in this for this particular build. But the Tier 18 set, which you get from this dungeon, actually gives you additional damage when your Arcane Missiles goes off. You summon heroes from the World of Warcraft universe through time for like 10 seconds or so, and they assist in the fight and do additional damage. And then for each one of them that you have out, you get an extra 10% damage when you get the core item set bonus. So it's pretty cool. That's what I'm hunting down currently.
Whichever direction you want to go.
Yeah, let's clear accounts. I mean, we had attempts and then we could have done.
Now I'm going to use some of my AoEs. Now AoEs build up a lot of
It's a new
charges
boss
right
for
away,
everyone.
at least on the Arcane War.
There's still the chance for gear, so might as well just continue working.
But they have like larger cooldowns, and they're not really effective against single target, except for, you know, to get a rest when you're trying to regain some mana.
What?
Alright, here we go again. We're going to try another Arcane Orb to get a bunch of charges right up. 3, nice, okay. So then this gives me basically like pretty like free solid damage right away. And that's good to maintain like your damage per second, because in this area they want a high amount of that. That's how much damage you do on average every second. But being a caster, your cast times constantly pull you down, so you have to do more in that time when the effect goes off to really maintain it. It's very difficult. It's a balance. But you'll always have
wait here till
downtime
the big guy
or
pop.
lag or like little stuff messing up. It can all augment it.
There. Get this assassin down quick.
Now see, ideally I want to stay above 120,000 mana. After that I actually start to do like less damage. Watch, you'll see it on my arcane explosions and whatnot. Or arcane blasts rather. Let's see, right now at 100,000 around I'm doing about 1125. Oh, 11,125 on my arcane missiles. I'll rest a little bit. I'll wait, I'll do it again. If I can get close enough to him, for whatever reason, because I untargeted him. Ah, not close enough. Alright. Well, as you saw with,
Healers stay right behind the tanks. We're
arcane
probably gonna be
charges.
getting the next assassin.
And at around 116,000 mana, I was doing 11,125.
Yep.
Alright, these guys will give us, oh, yep, easy charges here.
Yep, that was.
I see I'm doing 13,228 at full.
Well, none of you were happy when I did that, even if it was by mistake.
That guy really loved me.
Oh.
Alright, so I ate the big one because I couldn't shake off a threat from him.
At least it was him and not the bot.
No, that's fair. Except like last week when I ended up running into a circle of death of like 4 images running in the same point. Last week was a bad week, if you couldn't tell. Alright, so I died.
Basically,
so
you ran and they were just pointing everything at.
Yeah, there was one behind me, so I ran in towards the center of the room, and there were 4 other guys heading towards the center of the room.
Ow.
Alright, so Savage Feast gets your mastery bonus, which, as a mage, mastery is the stat that I key off of more than any other. It's super helpful. Okay, got that. I got my Focus Attunement. I got my Intellect Flask up. So I got my 3 major buffs and the 7 that I have available within this group. Now you can play a bit around with your builds between bosses. Depends on what you have. but this is my standard build right now.
Who hasn't done these fights or needs an explanation?
Hold on, give me a second, Tony. I'm going to explain it a little bit different just so that everybody really understands what exactly needs to happen. Only because, I know you explained it several times, but like the last Tuesday, I noticed that even though that you explained it, I think a lot of people were still lost.
That's fine.
Okay, first off, just so that everybody knows where the marks are, Tony's going to be tanking the skull and the X over on diamond. I'm going to be tanking the square over on square. All range DPS and healers are going to stay stacked on star. Do not leave that spot until a certain time when you get a certain buff on you, and I'll explain to you what the buff is. Then what you're going to do is, normally you would run to the right, but what you need to do is you need to split the buff, and I'll explain to you what the buff is. When it gets dispelled, one person's going to get it. When it gets dispelled, it's going to go on 2 people. And it's going to go on 2 random people. Instead of going to the far right, you need to split it. One person needs to go left, the other person needs to go right. Okay? Try to split it. So basically, if you're standing here on star and you split the buff, one person needs to go directly this direction, the other person needs to go to the right. Okay, now, one person will get... Okay, one person will get Acid Wound. Acid Wound makes you get very big, okay? It's a buff on you. You don't need to worry about it because you can mitigate the damage from the buff that you get. What you do is when you get that big buff on you, you need to just run to the X. Just come to the X and just stay here and take it until it's done. Once it's done, you need to run back to the star. Get on the star. What's going to happen is the blood boil will do a hop and he will jump outside of the star. He'll either jump it over here, he'll jump it over here, or he'll jump it over here. If he jumps near you, that's a lot of damage, and that pretty much is what was killing a lot of people during Tuesday's raid, when he would jump out and jump on somebody because we weren't stacking where we were supposed to. And it did a lot of AoE damage, which pretty much hurt the raid. Healers got to do a bunch of healing, and it pretty much hurt. Okay, it's a fixate. Just so you know, that's the buff that it's called. It's a fixate. That's when you need to run out to the axe. The Demolishing Leap is what you get basically when he jumps out, and Tony's whispering me and letting me know what it's called because I couldn't remember what it was called until I finished playing my video. So it's called Demolishing Leap. You want to make sure that you're away from his Demolishing Leap because it does. It hurts. It's a lot of damage. Okay, next. Okay, sorry. Blade Master. Blade Master throws his blade. We all know that. Make sure you don't stay in it. There's an arrow that gets on the ground and points in the direction that he's throwing that arrow. Even if you're stacked, he will, mark one random player, and if it's range or healers and you guys are standing in here, and if you guys don't move together when you see it coming, it's a lot of AoE damage once again, and it hurts. And there it is right there, Fell Blade, okay? Okay, just so y'all know too, because there's only a couple melees in here. There's only Crowbar and Palm. Both of you guys are going to be over there with Tony, beating on the boss that he's attacking. There's going to be a percentage at one point where I believe it's Blade Master does a AoE damage. Is it Fellstorm? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Fellstorm. When he starts to cast Fellstorm, Crowbar and Punk, you need to run over to the square and tank and beat on the square. Okay. We should be able, by the time that you guys come over and help me beat on him, we should be able to get him down to anywhere 35. Okay, and the other one that I was telling you guys when you spread out from the middle is the Necromancer. That's what that buff was. So those are the ones when you got to spread out from left to right to make sure that the Reaper gets thrown out of the group.
Basically, what Jax was saying, and I'm just going to give a bit of a run through. When it comes to Reap, if you have DBM, most of you know this, there's going to be two different countdowns for Reap. The first Reap countdown you completely ignore. The second Reap countdown is the one that you have to keep an eye out. I've been calling them for around 90% of the time, but if I don't call them and you see the Reap is the second Reap countdown is about to hit 5 seconds, run out of the raid as quick as you can, run to the edges. If you can make it over by X, that's fine. If you can make it just outside of that middle, the whole idea is that we want those puddles as far away from the middle circle as possible to avoid having to run through them and taking extra damage. When it comes to Mark of the Necromancers, healers, you're going to see it like Jax was explaining, it's going to be targeting a random player. It could be tanks, it could be you healers, or it could be the DPS. The whole idea is to conserve your mana as much as you can, wait until Mark of the Necromancer changes its color to red. At that point, you're going to want to dispel it. The only time that you do not want to dispel Mark of the Necromancer then whoever it is, you need to make sure that you pop personal cooldowns, use your cookies, do whatever you can to mitigate that damage. And healers, if you could throw shields, you could throw any heals on them, do so. After Reap finishes, and everyone comes back to the middle circle, that's when, if they still have the mark on them, dispel them right away, as soon as Reap finishes. This way it can just target another player. Again, it's less mana consumption, and it's going to help throughout the whole fight as a whole.
Okay, then once, if we can make it this far, once the two bosses that Tony's tanking or both of them are down, then everybody's going to stack on the boss that I got. Everybody. Don't stay in the middle. Everybody come to the boss and stack. That way we can just down the boss as quickly as possible and set out AoE heals because we're going to need a lot of AoE heals towards the end. And once again, Tony will call it out. I know he will because he did the last few times. He'll call it out and have everybody stack on square. I might not be able to stack directly on square because I do have to move during the Reaper. Because I get a lot of Reapers on.
When it comes to hero, keep in mind we're going to be popping hero once Gertog reaches 30%. The reason why is he basically does tainted blood, which decreases our health by 10% each time, and it's a stacking debuff. We want to make sure that we burn him once he reaches 30%. We pop hero, burn all your cooldowns, just burn him down as quick as you can. We do not want that debuff stacking too high, or else we are not going to have the health needed for a Blade Master or even worse deep.
Okay.
So
And I
last
know
week,
we're both might have been talking fast and stuff, but does anybody have any questions? Because there's no stupid questions. If you're not sure what to do, now's the time to ask. Sweet.
The dispelling part again is going to be a debuff called Mark of the Necromancer. It's going to appear right next to your minimap below all the buffs that we basically provide. Wait until it reaches, it's going to start, there's going to be 3 different colors. Do not worry about the spelling until it reaches red. The only exception is, if I call out the reef is going to be cast 5 seconds before, do not dispel that person, just keep them healed. When it comes to reap, that's basically you move away from everyone, try to reach the edges as close as quick as you can, let it drop, and then you basically come back to the bottom.
does everyone watching got that? All right.
Any other questions?
I know it's a lot to take in.
I think he was also asking about the when we move over to square.
That's after the last 2 bosses go. That's
Yeah,
when
that's going. Go.
No, for DPS, lots.
Jax, that's your part there because you're the one that's going to be on the other horde.
Okay, what part did you just ask about? I'm sorry, I didn't understand it.
Where Crowbar and the monk move over.
I'll tell you.
It's 5 something.
When he does big A, we move over there, DPS him until Tony says to come back and DPS him. Then we stay there till they're down. Then we go over to square and stack on him once the Skull and X are down. Right?
There you go. That's right.
What I'm going to do is I have my pre-warnings. I have my warning set for. Let me double check. I'll tell you right.
And also too, just remember too, Crowbar, if you feel like you're taking a lot of damage when you're over there, DPSing, where Tony and them are at, just back away because it's better to back off and get heals than it is to die. Just remember that.
Yep.
One other thing, when it comes to Fell Rage, if you get Fell Rage, stand with the group. It could be a healer, it could be a DPS. Just stand with the group, pop personal cooldowns to mitigate the damage, and just burn whichever boss we're on, which is probably going to be Gertog. due to the fact that it's not only a debuff for extra damage, but also it gives you a DPS buff.
Alright, guys, you want to try it? Let's see how everything goes.
Alright, guys. So, hopefully we don't screw it up. Let's see how we do this.
I have a warning for Demolishing Leap. I'm not too sure if it's going to show or not. It should show on DBM if you have. Okay, we're going with a 5-7.
Alright. Or we're going with a 5. Okay. Alright. Here we go. So, we're going to try and load up on arcane missiles as fast as possible. We got our 3. And basically we want to burn him down to 30% as soon as possible.
Fellstorm income. And that's basically Fellstorm. Felvage and Funky, heals keep. No, Funky. Stay on the boss, do not pop your personal cooldowns to mitigate the damage.
Oh.
Ribbon needs to be dispelled. Fells. Leap coming. Bad positioning on V.
This is the one we gotta spread out, right?
Correct. I had the debuff on me, that did not help. That debuff lasted for too long. What?
Go ahead and wipe it. No, you're fine.
Alright, guys. So that was a bad first attempt. But hey.
Yeah, you're more than fine. Not everybody's been playing together all the time, so this is actually us trying to learn exactly how everybody plays. And I think that's one of the biggest problems that we have is we can't get the same people to show up every day, every raid, so that everybody knows exactly how everybody plays. So don't feel bad if you die.
That's very well said and considerate.
Yeah, because I like it when I get used to playing with somebody and I know exactly how they move and how they play. It's, it's great when you know exactly how somebody plays.
If anybody needs help with repair bills, because we are working as a team, just let Dukin know and he'll take care of you.
What do you think I am, Donald Trump?
Yeah.
Was he bankrupt again, Dugan?
She just thinks I'm made of money, I guess.
Alright, so we're going to get our flask up again.
How many times has Trump gone bankrupt now? 4 or 5?
Get our augment stone up.
I think it's 4, but I'm working on it.
Got our Savage Feast.
Is that me you're talking about, Punk?
What is the name of the spell again that we have to move out by the X?
Which one?
It's fixate.
There you go. The Velvet. Is that the one? Or are you talking about the one for Blade Master?
Talking about the one where the blade guy jumps around.
The one with the Blade Master that he throws it in the specific direction is that.
I was looking for the wrong spell.
Yeah, you're talking, Brendan. You're talking about when you move out here to X, right?
Yeah.
Okay. How you know when you have that buff is you get really big.
Well, that's the Velvet that.
Yeah, it's called Fell Rage, and then he'll fixate on you, and he'll come running. So yeah, it's Fell Rage. So when you get Fell Rage, you get really big. That's when you want to come out here to the X, and you just stand here, and you can take it. It's not going to kill you because you actually get a buff too that helps you mitigate it.
Yes, but there's one problem with it. If Gertog, right? If Gertog and or Blade Master are too close to Dia, she basically puts a shield on them that absorbs all the damage they absorb. All the damage that's caused to.
Okay. Well, I mean, I can move the X. I mean, because it from what I was just seeing and everything else, as long as they're 25 yards away, as long as they are 25 yards from both of them, she won't put the shield on.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean, because if we put it right here, she's still basically close to, like, if you, like, you know how we're holding them by the door? If
Right.
he's, at this point, he still gets the bubble, that I've seen before.
Okay. All right. Well, how about here where I just move the X? Is that good?
Yeah, that should be fine. Okay, so yeah, Funky, if you get Fellrage again, then move to the X, I'll just follow along with the bubble.
Do you want me to go through diamond or around diamond? Or star? Sorry.
Basically go around star, so if you can just, if you can roll over, just roll over as quick as you can and hold it.
Okay.
That's actually, I forgot that there's some videos that show it that way. I'm just used to having the people in the middle. Okay, everybody. Oh, we were missing. Okay, everyone's. Jax, you wanna do the full time?
Yep. You ready?
Yep. We should. Oh, Mike, please, if you can.
Alright, let's do this again.
Okay. Fell Rage going out in 5 seconds. Control H is on VIP. Dispel Gira play. Reap going out in 5 seconds. Start spread. You should be spreading out for that.
Tony, what's catching you?
Um, I'm checking right now.
Go ahead and wipe it, guys.
Alright, and try attempt number 3.
I'll do a mass. Just don't release. Yeah, I'm popping my cooldowns, but the running back and forth is getting to every incoming match. Are the healers like, are people actually able to get away when it comes to the reap, or what's going? Because I'm seeing multiple people still standing in the middle here, even after calling it.
I went down because when you went down, the boss came after me.
And then after it got her, it came after me.
Funky, where are...
I'm at the entrance. Quick question. Can we move that X maybe closer to where he normally stands? So, or maybe like to the right of the star, because having to run way over there takes a lot longer than having him like on our side to where he's, so we're not having to run so far. Would that be possible?
Yeah, that's how we basically have had it. So in the while I'm looking at situational wise, the range are able to run, but for melee, it's more difficult for them to actually run over and have to DPS.
Well, that, and it can also help keep line of sight for the range guys so that they don't have to be turning around and everything.
Correct. We're on our way back, right?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you guys were here.
No, it's fine. We need, Funky needed to repair.
Yeah. I was thinking like
Give me
right
like
here.
10 seconds.
You're fine. I honestly wasn't paying attention.
What we could do if anything. What did you guys think? Should be easy to get.
Is that going to be far enough from him not putting a shield on the other guy?
Well, actually, if that comes out just on Punk, that's where Punk can go to. But the range and the healers, you guys just need to move back here.
This is the one where he aggroes them. I'm talking about. I don't know if it was. Anyway, the one where you get aggroed and he has to run to you because having to run way over there, it was like really hard to get over there. And then Tony has to pull him off of him and back him up all the way to Diamond again.
Right, I got you. So basically, if Punk, if you get it, you can just come over to here as long as you get 25 yards away. If you get it, so if melee, if any of melee gets it, you guys can come over here where I'm jumping.
Okay.
No, I think
Oh, I
he's
see what you're
saying
saying.
just
The
for
same thing
everyone.
for rain.
Yeah, basically, you know how we had it set before that the person stacks on, if it's a ranger healer, they stack here, and the only thing that I would do is basically move the blade master over, and the melee and range could still DPS them.
I got you. So what are we saying right there?
Yeah, that's basically it. Like, it's just the fact is, if we're able to move over here, right, for the person who gets it, it's basically okay. They move over here. Range don't need to move as much. Melee don't need to move as much. And when it comes to Reap, everybody just spreads out. You know, it's slightly
Well, hopefully it'll help the heals. That way they don't have to completely turn around for their spells and everything. Or also range, I guess.
the one thing also is when it comes to that demolishing leap. If I recall correctly, demolishing leap. Let me see. Only happens when he does Fell Rage, unless I'm mistaken. Actually, Riven, Sovereign would be. Oh, actually, wait a minute. Yeah, that would be the.
Oh, I'm accidentally in shadow. I'm
The tank take a lot of damage. So as long
Acidic
as Tony can get shields on him, I think it's what is that one? It's Will of Clarity, I think it's called.
That's what's going on with me. I mean, I'm popping my cooldowns as it is, but my big cooldown, I'm still trying to hold it onto 30% just for the simple fact that that's when we're really gonna need it.
Alright, guys, we're gonna do it this time. Now we know which ones we need to get down. We should be okay.
Get a big guy first, then the guy with Blade Master is next, and then Dia will be third. Just remember, the guys on the right side go down first, starting with the big guy. The lady and the Lark lady finishes.
5, 4, 1.
Fill H in 5 seconds. Fill H on Quill. Dispel Viven. Dispel Duke. We got Veep coming out in 5 seconds. Get ready. You should be spreading out once I call out the 5 seconds.
3, 2, 1. Beware.
They spread out slightly.
Fill H going out in 2 seconds.
Beware.
Fill H on Vilavin. Vilavin's just. Veep going out in 5 seconds. Spread out now.
Destruction. 2, 1.
Riven Hero play.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Can y'all get Tony out?
Guy.
I got. Fill H in 5. Wait. We got Veep coming out in 2 seconds.
Gotta get those ads.
Five, four, three,
Beware.
2, 1.
Beware.
Yeah. Wipe it at this. We don't have the DPS and way too many.
Alright, so we need to get a couple more DPS in here.
When we have the Blade Master popping all the images out, those mirror images, all DPS have to be on them.
Okay, let's get Cat's Uber Hunter in here. Is she coming on or?
I'm not too sure. Let me check.
Okay.
I was told that you can invite people like cross realms for raids. Is that only for LFRs?
No, that's for all of our normal and heroic. The only one that's not doable yet is mythic.
Is Cap gonna
Typically,
come?
we have 4 or 5 of them. And we actually had 2 signed up and 2 that were tentative tonight. Actually, I take it back. We had 3 that were supposed to be on tonight.
I could try going Shadow if you guys want. I mean, I've been playing with it a little bit, but I'm not gonna like put out insane DPS or anything, and that's only if the other healers are okay with healing.
No.
I just got in contact with Kat. She's coming on.
Okay. I just think adding 1 more DPS would really even us out.
Yep, and let's do this too. When you guys, all the healers and the DPS are standing in the middle, let's get one pally on one side of the circle, another pally on the other. Let's split the 2 healers. You know what I mean? One pally healer on the right, one pally healer and priest on the left. That way you guys are not like over healing on top of each other. That way, you get it's easy for you guys to split the heal. So the people on the left heal on the left side, the people on the right heal on the right. But if you see they need help on one other side, then start helping healing on the other.
So they don't do like in raids anymore where you're specific tank, you're a specific tank, and the rest of you are raid heals. They don't do that anymore.
Correct. What's going on now? Unless you're designated single tank, single target healer, all the healers have been assigned with one motive, not only being single target but also raid heals. So at this point, if you're a priest, you could be both. This priest is the most versatile one in a way because they could do both single and multiple targets at the same time. Pallies basically come in second in place on that with monks follow.
Okay. That's I just haven't done this since Wrath, so yeah.
No, no, that's fine. That's why I was mentioning it as another no. This is not good.
you complaining about gnomes again?
Look over here! Look right
When
where I'm
does he ever
standing at.
stop?
Hey! Look at this gnome right here.
Isn't that a transmog set?
Nope, that's actually an old toy. That is basically, uh, gnome Worgon Prime. That was actually, that became a feat of strength when, you had to, fight off the invasion and to recapture gnome Worgon. That one right there. The one time I was actually happy to help the gnomes in there. I never played a gnome before. And nothing against gnomes, just at that time, it's like playing a hunter. I couldn't stand playing a hunter. The highest level I ever got a hunter, vanilla, BC, and even Wrath was maybe 23, 30.
Oh, now you got Cat in here, so now you have your misdirect.
The misdirect isn't too bad.
Good morning, Cat.
Morning. Where are the bubbles coming from?
From Punky.
Here you go,
Yeah.
Cat. Squirrel, squirrel!
Oh god.
Look at all them squirrels
The
trying to get
squirrel,
enough.
the squirrels mania's happened.
Lord, I show up, the bubbles come out, and then the clothes come off.
Oh, that's easy enough to.
It's okay, 'cause I got a naked night elf right in front of me. Y'all should have been here earlier. Bless her heart, Kelly was on. Kelly had back surgery today. I really want some of the drugs that Kelly was on. Loopy doesn't begin to cover it.
How loopy are you talking about?
Capital letters.
How would you tell with Kels?
That's also a good point.
Sorry,
Oh,
Ribbon, I'm
did we
ready.
have a feast by any chance?
I have one.
She was
I
meandering
didn't.
down paths I've never heard her talk about before.
You think?
That was probably not the best spot, huh?
No, the Savage Feast is fine.
No, I meant where I put it.
Nah, just.
Thank you for the food.
Anytime.
Here.
They sell for poo-poo on the auction house, so why not?
More squirrels for you. Especially after that picture you posted about the bear.
It fed.
Honestly, I thought that was the best picture ever today.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Fill rage in 5 seconds. It's on Malice. Reap in 5 seconds, spread out.
Destruction. 2, 1.
Perfect.
Beware.
Fill rage going out in 5 seconds. Ribbon pop hero now. Reap going out in 5 seconds, spread out.
Destruction. 2, 1.
Five, four, three, two, one.
Everybody should be
Right.
on ads now.
Yep, burn these hats. Don't that stand in front of the little circles of that. Reap in 5, spread out now.
Destruction. 2, 1.
Get those hats down. Once that those two are down, back on Blade Man. Range, take care of the that ad. Melee back on Blade Master.
3, 2,
Beware. Beware.
Malice here, walk hill.
Beware.
Okay. Reap going out in 2 seconds, spread out, out. We're doing good so far. We just gotta keep getting those reaps and those marks dispelled as mirror images going out in 5 seconds. Get ready to switch.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Reap in 5 seconds, spread out. Whoa, whoa.
I got the reap out of the guild and turned around to run back, and the blade caught me in the head.
Okay, get cat up. We got Mavi just finishing in 4 seconds.
Five, four, three,
Beware.
Are we able to get cat? Cat, wait until the whole. Okay, buff cat up. Okay, Veep go. Vebin Wakil.
Beware.
Looks like the mark of the night.
Or the necromancer.
Yeah. Oh, but sorry, it
Healers.
says darkness took me out.
Yeah, so but healers need to stay on top of that.
Beware.
Reap should be going out in
five,
not.
four, three, two,
Mirror image is coming out. Burn him down as quick as we can. We have Reap in 5 seconds. Spread out, burn the bosses, those hats down as quick as you. Punky Wacky.
Reap. I was just too low in health already.
Duke. Okay, get on Blade Man. Let's just keep going. We still got a minute and 20.
Sorry, I didn't see him when I came out.
Beware.
five,
Nope, no problem. We have another Reap coming up from the lake.
one.
Okay, what? So what killed the rest of the group? Starting with Duke.
Darkness.
Beware.
We did better than what we have been.
Okay. I just want to see like what is the big like what exactly is going on, because if Mark of the Necromancer is happening, if you're at red and this, even I'm already calling out, if there's 10 seconds, if DBM, the second warning on DBM 10 says there's 10 seconds onto Reap, if the Mark of the Necromancer is at red and you haven't gotten dispelled, that's a problem. The only time
Okay,
that you
but
shouldn't get dispelled is 5 seconds before.
question, can all healers dispel that?
All healers can dispel it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think some of it's just people, because we had a lot of those.
And some of them you couldn't see.
All the these spells are basically on an 8-second cooldown for every class at this point. Oh, I agree, Galleon. I definitely. Let's take a quick 5 minute break if it's okay.
It's neither a poison nor a disease, I don't think, Punky.
That's fine.
It's magic.
Oh, it's magic?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's why I was asking if all healers could, cause like druids, I know is disease, right? No, poison.
Poison, but you even as a druid, you should be able to dispel.
Be right back.
That might work. Yeah, that actually might work.
Yeah, that seems really good.
That definitely might work. The problem is, we might actually have an extra stack of them that we don't need.
I'm back.
It's creepy when the Moon hatchling is bigger than you. Okay, everyone's ready.
That's always been the case on my priest.
Alright, Jackson.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Fill H in 5 seconds. It is unreal. Reef going out in 5 seconds, spread out now.
Beware. Beware.
Reef on Crow, Fill H on Crow. Reef in 5 seconds, spread out now. Oh, Ribbon, pop hero, please. Burn him through, we're at 2 stacks of it. Burn good, talk down.
2, 1.
AoE those images, if they're right next to him, just burn him down. Perfect, burn the ads, quick, go. Reap and 5 spread out. Range, get on those ads, please. Everyone else, focus down. If you don't have any ads near you, once those ads are dead, focus on blade map. No one should be on the Cat and Duke and walk hill.
I walked into the Wailing Moor like an idiot.
Beware.
Reap and 5. Crow walk hill.
Beware.
Mirror images in 5 seconds.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Dispel if you, me on Tony if you can. Reap in 5 seconds.
Reap touch me.
Wipe it, we're not gonna make it. Stand in stuff, stand in the reap.
Beware.
Our DPS numbers look pretty good.
What was the reason that most of you died? Duke and I know you died. Crow, I saw you die.
Mark.
Two of us ran to the same spot, and I tried to get out, and that's how I died.
Yeah, I was too low on health and I gotta remember to take a cookie before I get hit.
Did any of you, I know one of you said, you were having, you had the mark on you. How many of you had the mark on red before before even it came?
Do you want me to swap to my healer?
No, I hate to lose
What?
your DPS.
Are the healers having mana issues because of dispelling or what's going on?
I think that is adding to it because with having to purify so many times and like mass dispel and stuff, it's just taking that much extra mana. And plus, I'm like not even that used to having to manage my mana like this, so.
This is what I'm looking at right now, and I'm not technically trying to call anyone out in particular, but we only have 2 out of 4 healers dispelling right
I have one more healer on if y'all think it would help, but he's in an arena right now.
What was the makeup of heals we said worked the other day?
now.
What I said,
Shami, Priest.
shaman, a druid, and a disc priest. The reason why a disc priest's job is to do nothing but shield and to throw out their AoE heals. The chamois is nothing but AoE heals, and you throw down the rain and chain heal. With the chamois doing its AoE healing, the priest doing the shield and their AoE heals, it gives the druid's heal ticks plenty of time to keep everybody up.
Well, it's 9:49 now. We're doing better than what we have been. Let's try one more time. This will be the last try for tonight, and then we'll just have to come back in, try to make up a group, and see what we can do.
Alex is coming.
Oh, okay.
Well, let's see if he's actually gonna come in because we just told him it's the last one. The
I mean,
Reefs.
I'm sure he's not gonna be upset because he's still working on his warrior, but I thought it was fair to give him that warning.
Yeah, no, that's per. The Reefs are improving location-wise, but we have to keep it slightly clean. I'm still seeing there's some Reefs basically hitting right either the middle or What was it that you said it was on Tuesday? Oh, the fell toilet?
The fell toilet.
That's where we get the cookie dough.
Y'all just sick.
Oh, I have a joke about that. I should tell you guys.
Sure, go ahead and tell them. Why should I be the only one
Cat
who's
cats
lucky?
heard it before. I'll tell it after we finish this poll.
Okay.
I don't want to make anybody nauseated before the poll.
Yeah, like after you say that, they're actually gonna stick around afterward.
2, 1.
Dun dun dun. I'm you.
Beware.
Salvage in 5 seconds. It's on sweet. Wait, there. Don't keep
Oh,
moving,
sweet,
please.
stay still.
Beware.
Veep in 5 seconds. Spread out.
2, 1. Beware.
Salvage going.
Beware.
It's on Gali.
Do you want Manly up? I can get him up.
Not yet. Veep in 5 seconds. Spread out. Mirror images in
4, 3, 2, 1.
half hero, please. Salvage going out in 5 seconds. Burn good talk. Veep in 5 seconds. Spread out.
I got an ad over here beside.
Coming.
Wipe.
5, 4, 3,
Beware.
2, 1.
Beware.
Okay, guys, we're gonna call it here because it is 10 o'clock. We do need to work on this one. some more, and I'm going to save it again for next week. I want to thank everybody for coming tonight, and hope to see you on Tuesday. Yeah, please look at the videos and everything for it.
Oh yeah, who wants to? Well, I don't know if it's a joke so much.
It's still some.
Doctor
I
friend
just
of
put
mine told
I
me.
just put in the comments the 2-minute video if you guys want to copy that so you can have.
Alright guys, thank you all for joining me tonight, streaming. And I'll probably be doing something else maybe later tonight. I don't know. I'll see how I'm
So
feeling.
Ribbon.
But be sure to subscribe and